So guys, I have fallen in love with 5 things all at the same time. Eyeshadow palettes. Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you my top 5 favourite eyeshadow palettes at the moment. So first up, I'm going to start with 2 that are by the same brand and that are very new to me, but I absolutely love them. I can't put these down. And these are the Lottie London eyeshadow palette. And this is a neutral one. It's called the Rose Gold. And as you can see, we have every single neutral shade that we might need. We've got the lights, we've got the kind of taupey shades, and then a few shimmery ones as well. I find that this palette is my go-to one at the moment. With a primer on my lid, these shades are just beautiful, and my most worn shade is actually this little one here, and this is just a really nice kind of rosy taupey kind of colour, and for blue eyes it works wonders, and I love using that just through my crease. So this is definitely one of those palettes that I probably wouldn't pick up in the shop because I've never heard of it. I'm so glad that I found out about this brand because they are really good. And my second one is also by Lottie London, and this one is the Smokes palette. So it's got a lot of smoky shades in there. You've got your whites, which is nice for the crease and the inner corner. You've got your blacks and your glittery, which is nice for a party. And then we go into like a navy blue, which I don't tend to wear a lot of blue because my eyes are very blue anyway, but I do sometimes put a little smoking of blue just on the underneath of my eye, which I find works really nice. You've got a really nice kind of browns, and then it goes into the greens and kind of khaki kind of green colours, which I actually really love wearing. I find that they're really easy to wear. You can really smoke this palette up as well. It's all about the layering. And I do find I need to use a primer with both of these palettes on my eyes, but I think a primer works best with any kind of eyeshadow anyway. So then I've got a palette that I don't really need to talk about on here, but I have been loving it recently, and this is the Naked Smoky palette. So as you know, Urban Decay have got quite a few Naked palettes now. I have got all of them and I love them all equally, but at the moment I have been using the Smoky palette a little bit more because I've been going for more of a dramatic eye look recently. I don't know why. I love this palette because again, you get your light shades which are really good for your base, and then you can go into these kind of matte brown shades, which again I like to use for the outer corner. You're going to see a pattern here. You've also got a few shimmery shades, which I actually sometimes like to just brush over a shimmer. I find it gives your eyeshadow a little bit more depth, and again, if you're going out in the evening, it's nice to just take this along with you and just pop in some of the shimmery just to get a bit more of a glitzy look. I actually do really like the 2 silver shades that you get in this palette as well. For me, the silver shades are really pigmented and they're really good for blending. And I have been using this one. This is called High, and this is like a really shimmery champagne colour. Again, it's really good for blue eyes, but I think anyone could get away with using this palette. Like, in fact, I always tell everyone, if you haven't got any Naked palettes, you need to go and buy them. So then I'm going to go on to another high street one, and this one is by Rimmel, and this is the Magnifies Eye Contouring palette, bit of a mouthful, and it's a little small palette which I like to just pop in my makeup bag and take with me on the go. It's not too big, it's not too intrusive. I mean, in terms of size, this is the Naked palette and this is the little Rimmel one. So as you can see, it's a lot smaller, it's a lot easier to just pop in your makeup bag, and you get every single brown gold tone shade that you could ever want. So this is a little bit more on the warmer side. Gold, your shimmery golds, your matte browns, and then these 2 obvious shades here that I love for the base, the matte kind of white creamy colours. For me, the brown smoky look is definitely something that I always go to if I'm not sure what to do with my makeup. So yeah, so this is more warm toned palette, but again, really blendable. I don't know if you can see the swatch there, but it's really pigmented as well. And the dark brown, again, is super pigmented. So they are really good for the money as well. And then lastly, we've got a bit of a random one, and this is a Christmas palette. I hope they do this still. I actually got sent this in a little kind of press release. It's in a little cardboard packaging, which I'm not too keen on, but the palette itself, I just love it. And this is by Too Faced. It's a Merry Macaroons and Vanilla Scented palette, and it does smell like vanilla. How do they make eyeshadow smell of oranges and peaches and vanilla and chocolate? I just don't know, it's beyond me. This palette is really pretty. As you can see, it's got a little bit of everything in it, which is why I like it. So say I've gone out for the day and I fancy popping in a little bit of a shimmery purple, it's got that. It's got a little chocolate raspberry colour, tiramisu, honey. It's literally got like every shade that I want. Again, it's slightly on the warmer toned apart from the kind of purpley shades that you've got. It is really, really pigmented as well. As you can see, that is the purple shade. And yeah, I just really like this more for the shimmery one. So I really like this chocolate raspberry colour. It's like a kind of like burgundy brown colour, and it's, I don't know why I'm swatching here. Can you even see this? I don't know. I really like the chocolate raspberry just for kind of swooping over my eyes really quickly. I kind of find that it gives me that really like model, like Rosie Huntington, like just got out of bed look. And I love that in a palette. I love the fact I can literally go in with my brush, sweep it over my eyes, and I'm done. Some of the shades that don't work would be the lighter shades. I can't really see them as well on my skin. They're not as pigmented as maybe the Naked palette ones, but I do like these really cool like shimmery shades. And again, I just like those matte browns. They're just easy to wear. I can literally pick up this palette and do my whole eyes. And I think for me, all of these palettes are really good for that reason alone. I can literally pick them up, dip my brush in and go. I don't have to keep like messing around between palettes and choosing different palettes to use. So those are my 5 favourite eyeshadow palettes at the moment. I just felt the urge to talk about them because I use eyeshadow a lot recently and I'm using a lot of neutral browns, and yeah, it's just something that I couldn't ever find from anyone. Like, what's your favourite eyeshadow palette? No one tells me. No one tells me this answer. So yeah, let me know if you did enjoy this type of video. Like, I've got 5 favourites of everything. So 5 favourite shampoos, 5 favourite foundations. If you guys do want to know my favourites for everything, then leave a little comment below and let me know what you'd like me to do a little video on next, and I'll get that done. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. Make sure you give the video a nice big thumbs up, and please do subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. Bye! Mwah.